Department of Defense Directive 5240.01 is based on intelligence activities, and this is going to be super alarming. It's very alarming to me. Essentially what this directive does is it regulates the DoD's intelligence collection, retention, and distribution on surveillance. And this has been around since 1982 and has largely been untouched since 1982 outside of a few changes dealing with like technologies and stuff like that. But 2 weeks ago, on September 27th, Catherine Hicks, who's the Deputy Secretary of Defense, she approved an executive order authorizing the DoD to amend this to allow the United States military, the Department of Defense, and its intelligence arms to collect, retain, and distribute intelligence information on U.S. surveillance. There's laws against this. There's laws called the Posse Comitatus laws. When I worked in special operations, we would do joint efforts with the FBI, the DEA, the Border Patrol, Customs. We do all these operations, and we would always get briefed by lawyers warning us of the Posse Comitatus laws. We couldn't even take a picture of a license plate. Couldn't report on a civilian because our citizens should be protected from our military. Our military does not exist to collect or to use force against civilians. Now, apparently, that has changed. Those laws have been overridden by this executive order, 5240.01, and it goes further than just collecting. It actually states that the United States military can be used to stand against civilians and use force to include lethal force against civilians.
Now see, I told y'all, sometimes when you say I was right, it just feel good to say I was fucking right. It's probably why people gamble. They probably don't even care about the money. They probably just had that gratification of being right. I told y'all, and I wish I was wrong in this aspect. Look what's going on in California, huh? Look at what the folks doing. I seen a man walk into a store, didn't even use the doors. The man walked, the windows was busted out. Man walked through the damn door, went and got a case of the Seki, the king size one. Whatever the big pack is, he went and got that motherfucker. Walked right out the store. In the parking lot, they out there doing donuts. They got another country flag held up, burning vehicles. Now, didn't I tell y'all in September? I told y'all in September, y'all know what's coming to y'all, California, and I hate it because we're gonna lose some citizens because of it. True story. You wanna know why? Because DT done sent the military out there, and that changes everything. Oh, it don't? You remember when I told y'all in September 2024, when I said, did y'all hear with Kamala and Biden, the meeting they just had? Now I want the video to get taken down and TikTok. This is not fictional. If you deem me wrong, then take it down. But then I'll be able to sue you for misrepresentation. In September, Biden and Kamala had a meeting and signed off that if deemed accessible and doable and responsible, that the Congress can sign off on one thing, and it's never ever had been done in our history of American citizens, and that's harm an American citizen on domestic soil. That changed in September. Oh yeah, the National Guard has the right. If you decide to be a humanoid for these immigrants, illegal immigrants, they have a right and can be deemed right to unalive you if they seem threatened. Now, they're showing the videos already because they want you guys they want to put it in your face, guys. This is dangerous. They want to put it in your face. Look what they doing to us. They throwing bricks at our ICE agents. They burning vehicles. It's a lot of other good stuff that's going on there right now, but the media is not, they haven't been given the address to go report the information. The only addresses they're getting is what's going back what the military is getting ready to do. Now in September, they signed that now you could be unalived by our own military. Y'all remember that movie Bad Boys 2? You remember when they got the sister? And the first thing he said was, we got to get to an American embassy. It wasn't because they was police officers. It was because they knew when they get there, as long as they identified themselves as American citizens, they couldn't be touched. They couldn't be unalived. They can be detained, but they can't be unalived. And what did he do when they got to the car? I'm a citizen. I pay my damn taxes. You remember? No longer exists. So what you guys getting ready to see that's on his way to California? And I seen a guy standing on the top. He didn't want to. He turned this up. The guy who was standing on top of the burning vehicle with the flag that wasn't American. Y'all can thank him, because he the real reason they was like, we need something good. It was like that movie Purge, like when they were scheming, we need find something good. We need something good to be able. We can't send them. Does the military not seem like they're hired mercenaries now? Does it not seem that way? Now, California, I don't feel bad for you because you brought this on yourselves. Yeah, remember you brought this on yourselves. We gonna stand and y'all let them go out there. They blocked down your interstates, had your traffic backed up 4 or 5 hours. People was turning down loads because they said, about time I get to drop this load off, I could have did 2 other loads and double my money, or made the same money and still got it done within time. You see what you done did to your state? Now the children can't go outside. You did not protect your family because the children can't go outside and be safe now. I just seen one video of a reporter. It just seemed like it was staged. She was sitting there. She said what she had to say, and then she like after the word, she was just like, all right, it should be coming any minute. Boom! Whoa! I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm telling y'all, it's a coincidence. They gonna give you signs. They gonna give you signs. Oh, it's rules. It's laws of the land. It's the rules of the laws of the land. Now you think about that movie Purge. What happened when it wasn't enough going on? What they do? They ignited it. They said the fire ain't burning enough for what we getting ready to do. We not gonna be able to explain, or let's just say, I don't want to use that word. They might take the video down. They wouldn't be able to explain their reactions. Let's just say that. Okay. What's getting ready to happen in California is getting ready to get bad. It's getting ready to get awful. Oh my goodness. The military is on their way, and what they said we're gonna send 2,000 troops. And if that don't work, we're gonna send in the Marines. Sound like hired mercenaries to me. Go look at their uniforms. Just telling y'all, we warned you.
Okay. Now, Salakia. Yeah, I apologize about that. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Montazah Lacham. Yeah, he's right. They are sending troops out to military, Marines. Okay. Let's see if I can pull that up, because it was on my feed earlier. Let's see. Marines deployed to California. Boom. Bam. Look at that. To immigration protests. 700 Marines deployed to California, right? Okay. Let's see. Let me push this one first.
Struggling to find the perfect product for your business? Meet Axio, your AI-powered sourcing partner.
Shut up.
Developing tonight, protesters, the mayor of Los Angeles and California's governor are all demanding an end to immigration raids by federal agents.
Now the state plans to file a lawsuit against President Trump's administration for deploying the National Guard to confront protesters. However, the president says he's now mobilizing about 700 Marines until more National Guard troops arrive.
Jay Gray tonight reports from the middle of it all in downtown L.A.
Good evening, and the smell of pepper spray whipped up by street cleaners heavy in the air here right now. So is the tension on both sides of the police line as LA braces for what many fear will be another night of confrontations and chaos here. Burned out cars, broken glass and debris litter the streets of downtown Los Angeles. Remnants from a weekend of violence. Thousands of protesters, police, and the National Guard squaring off as sweeping immigration raids continue across the city.
What I did in the last couple of days is make Los Angeles safer by taking public safety threats off the street.
Dozens have been detained. Family members speaking publicly for the first time today say most are simple, hard-working laborers.
I'm here today on behalf of my father and the dozens of families who were kidnapped by ICE. I witnessed how they put my father in handcuffs, chained him from the waist and from his ankles.
She says the detainees haven't been allowed to communicate with lawyers or their families.
Donald Trump, at the end of the day, is the sponsor of these conditions.
California Governor Gavin Newsom accusing the president of manufacturing a crisis, federalizing 2,000 of the state's National Guard soldiers, deploying around 300 so far. A move being challenged now in court.
I, in partnership with Governor Gavin Newsom, are suing President Trump. Trump and Hegseth ignored law enforcement's expertise and guidance and trampled over our state's, California's, sovereignty.
Okay. Now, we all know that was the original plan, right? Now, I wrote this down in case they took it off the internet, right? The Department of Defense, the DOD, quietly reissues the DOD directives 52401.01, expanding the use of lethal force against U.S. citizens in perpetual deadly domestic situations. Okay? The Department of Homeland Security has definition of expansion, which constitutes domestic terrorism. Department of Homeland Security has flagged individuals questioning the COVID 19 what word can I use instead of this word that starts with a V? I will use Satan's piss, right? The COVID-19 Satan's piss efficacy or election integrity as potential threats. They may target Americans who exercise their freedom of speech, complain about getting the next JAB, not JOB, but JAB, right? Or question the effectiveness, or question its effectiveness. Protests against election results, fraud, or post anything on social media the government disagrees with. That's part of Project 2025 and the Sedition Act of 1798. Okay? That's what that's a part of. Okay? The feds now have a reason to join with local law enforcement to do whatever they want to Americans 72 full hours before getting official permission to use deadly force against Americans due to a perceived imminent threat. Okay? This is what these motherfuckers are doing, man. That was the Department of Defense Directive 5240.01 and expands the use of lethal force against U.S. citizens in potential deadly domestic situations. And what you're seeing in these videos are potential deadly situations, okay? You just seen the people coming against the government, trying to destroy trucks, cars, setting shit on fire, flipping cars over in the middle of the street, whatever. Right? All right. Hold on. Ordo ab chaos, right? The phrase order out of chaos is loosely based on the Latin phrase ordo ab chaos, translated as out of chaos comes order. This is a means to impose totalitarian control over society, first by creating chaos through various forms of subterfuge, right? Then using this as an excuse to institute order, to create order from a state of uncertainty, disorder, or a mess. Okay? Let's get a biblical scripture on that right quick. I think I'm going to go to 1 Thessalonians. Let's see. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly well that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And my point, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, NLT. For you know quite well that the day of the Lord's return will come unexpectedly. Salakia, like a thief in the night. When people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin. There will be no escape. Okay? And as you can see, these motherfuckers are setting it up to where it ain't no escape, man. Okay? Marines, Procrastination isn't your fault. It's a
Continuing to bring you the latest with these protests that are popping up all over the country. But we do want to show you some new reporting from Fox News' Jennifer Griffin saying that about 500 Marines to deploy to LA to protect federal property and personnel, not for law enforcement. A senior U.S. official tells Fox News this is an open-ended deployment, I am told, that Jennifer Griffin said. Use of force rules are unclear, but the Marines will not be in a law enforcement role. And here's just a live look at some of the protests that we have been seeing. And again, LA bracing for what could be a fourth night of active protests. So again, the new...
Yeah, right. Okay. Now let's go to the detaining of dozens of protesters. Okay, 20 hours ago, Los Angeles protest city braces for more unrest. Right? Okay, let's go to 2nd Ezra's. Salakia. Let's go to 2nd. There it is. Let's go to 2nd Ezra's. Oh my God, man. See, I can't win, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra's. Okay. All right. Oh my God, man. Come on, man. Can I? Man, wow. Okay. Satan is a motherfucker. He just comes out of goddamn nowhere with stupid shit every time. 2nd Ezra chapter 70, or chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right? Is this not insurrection? You see what I'm saying? They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And the only people that fear the Lord between those Marines, the fucking law enforcement, and the people are the people. Okay? And out of those people, the elect are the only ones that are going to be saved this time around. Okay? Anyway, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Can't they use martial law for that? Martial law is a temporary or indefinite state in which military authorities replace civilian government with military forces or troops and suspend civilian legal processes. The Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. During martial law, the military commander has unlimited power to make and enforce the law. Martial law is usually invoked in times of war. So they're looking at this as like civil war. Okay, this is what the fuck ESAU Edom, the so-called white man, Agent Orange, Donald Trump, Nero, and the reincarnation is what he's coming about. He's setting America on fire just like he did 2,000 years ago when he set Rome on fire. Okay? Same shit. Nothing's changed with these goddamn devils. Like it says in Psalms 55 and 19, the Lord God Yahweh shall afflict them. He that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. And these goddamn Edomites don't fear God because they got an image that looks just like them. And everybody goes to church every Sunday worshiping Esau Edom, the goddamn white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay? Even these motherfuckers actually believe their own bullshit, that the Son of God looks like them. Okay? This is bullshit. The Bible describes the Son of Man as a man with skin as fine brass as though it's burned in a furnace. Burnished copper, as it is written in Daniel chapter 10. See? So, if you go back and look with burnished copper and pull up the image of what the Son of Man looks like, he don't look nothing like these Edomite Caucasian devils. Okay? Right? Verse 73, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear ye, O my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get off this line because, I mean, I got all these people in the background talking shit. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Shalom. Okay, I didn't even get it finished. Maybe I'll just do this video later. I think so. Shalom.